Nalonge. My name is Mishael Israel. I'm the founder of a new startup called Urban Social Entrepreneurs. A little bit about Urban Social. First, let me tell you a little bit about my background. 21 years of entrepreneurship, owning my own logistics business that I started on a scooter delivering packages when I was 19. And over a 10, 14 year, we built it up to about 10 million in sales. We were one of the first companies to raise venture capital from a community-based organization called FAME, which we worked here with Attorney Jackson. And we worked with an organization called Rainbow Push. You all familiar with Rainbow Push, Jesse Jackson's organization? Great. I was the chair for that organization for a number of years, and that's where I was able to learn how to sell to big corporations and get some big contracts. We serviced Toyota, Honda, Boeing, Coke, Pepsi, Denny's, Kodak, lots of Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies. I took a sabbatical for a number of years after I sold my company, spent some time in the Philippines, figured out what I wanted to do with the next 20 years of my life. Just turned 40. I decided I wanted to give back, coming out from, I was born in Watts, streets on my own since 13, coming out that condition and using entrepreneurship and the resources within the urban community to become a success. I'm married, I have 6 boys, oldest is 16 in college and the youngest is 7. So I said, I want to give back. I want to take what I've learned, what I've been able to do, the resources that are out there, and I was looking to try to identify myself with some concept. I came across social entrepreneurship, and then it was over. After that, I was convinced that was my mission in life, is to go back and teach social entrepreneurship to urban communities. So our mission is to recruit, educate, develop, bring resources and opportunities, and to advocate for the next generation of urban social entrepreneurs. And you may say, what is an urban social entrepreneur? Well, an urban social entrepreneur is not just a triple bottom line organization, it's a quadruple bottom line. We believe in urban communities that first you must have purpose. So it's purpose that we seek first, because without purpose, you really are just chasing the dollar. And so that's what our organization is about. We have 6 initiatives. One is our Think, Work, and Build Green initiative, where we look to educate urban communities around green, recycling, business opportunities, and advocacy for a more planet-friendly lifestyle. Another one we have is our L3C Social Enterprise, which we have a social enterprise we're going to talk to you about called Icebox Water. Karen's going to give a little overview about that. And a very large portion of the profits go back into our nonprofit for sustainability. So we have individual entrepreneurs, urban social entrepreneurs, that are actually partners with our nonprofit to bring resources and opportunities to marketing and distributing companies such as Icebox Water. We also have a Learning and Knowledge Institute, where we have partnered with Cisco's Entrepreneurs Institute to utilize a network of programs that allow us to teach entrepreneurship on the web. So, Bill? 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, great. So with that being said, I get into this all the time. I'm wordy. But anyway, what I'd like to do is, before we go to our website, find out more about our organization. But I'd like to introduce our executive VP to tell you a little bit about the 3 things we have to offer to Social Enterprise Alliance, and 3 things that we are looking for. Okay, thank you.
What's the website?
UrbanSocialEntrepreneurs.org.
So I'm going to give you a couple of the statistics, and you've noticed that I'm not a minority, and I don't hail from an urban environment. But let me tell you about kind of what brought me in, my first job out of college, and how it connects here. So I did community organizing in low-income, largely minority communities in Dallas, Texas. So when we think about economics and the planet and green living, so let me tell you what I saw. I worked in places where there were long, long stretches of road with basically no economic engine. It was basically government-subsidized housing, slums, fried chicken, and liquor stores. And so those are the economic engines in those communities. And we talk about sort of green and green living, we think about that as the purview of affluent, usually non-minority communities who care about green living. when in reality it is poor communities who are disproportionately affected by environmental hazards and who cannot escape them and who have a harder time changing them. So as an example, when we talk about, again, environmental, we know that there was very little healthy living going on in that community where I worked, again, fried chicken and liquor. And then in one apartment complex where I worked at, there was an underground, illegal underground dumping site, which began, when halfway through my tenure, began to burn underground. So you go onto the site, and basically you have to cover your mouth and your eyes because that's how much it burned. And the city could not find a way to fix it, or they didn't care, and that's what those individuals in that apartment complex had to live with on a day-to-day basis. So our role is to kind of change that equation and that environment. So I think the three things we have to offer are really, I think, are exciting concepts, which Michelle mentioned, which are L3Cs, sort of our incubatory efforts to really incubate social entrepreneurs in urban communities, and our Think, Work, and Build Green. And then three things we need, to me the biggest thing we need is sort of a think tank of people who want to help us develop this organization, people who want to help us push this product out in the market, some pro bono business help. And do you want to talk about this, or should I talk about this?
We're 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get an extra minute since we're the only ones who brought samples.
This is an amazing product. So we know that plastic bottle industry is a big issue. One reason is that most plastic bottles are not recycled, and they end up in landfills, and they don't degrade for 300 years. And there's basically chemicals in them which leach into the soil, into the waterways, and affect you. So this is an environmentally friendly alternative to plastic water bottles. There's so many great things about this. It's 100% recyclable, 97% biodegradable. The ink, even the ink on the package, is made of vegetable dye, so there's no VOCs. It doesn't hurt the people who make this product. Doesn't go into the environment. The company which makes the paperboard for this, they power 70% of their manufacturing plants with the byproducts from the wood, so they're powered from sawdust and bark. And whatever carbon footprint they do make with this, they offset with renewable wind energy credits, 100%. So you're reducing your carbon footprint in communities by 76% if you buy this versus buying a plastic water bottle. Anything else that I missed?
Thank you. Excellent.